fight everybody, and he did it with his hands, which was beautiful.
Oh, King Mo is on a roll. He's won 7 fights in the last 13 months. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a multiple organization star. He's the man in Bellator, and also he is the current reigning heavyweight Grand Prix champion of the world from Rizin. Ladies and gentlemen, King Mo Lawal. King Mo, how are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good, man. Just suffering from jet lag, you know what I'm saying? Like, jet lag is so serious, man. It's killing me right now.
Dude, I can imagine. Thank you so much for your time. We'll just take a few minutes of it up. We really appreciate it. King Mo, this is incredible. Everyone was claiming, oh, King Mo's soft. He can't do a one-night tournament. You just beat 3 heavyweights in 2 days. Do you feel like you've silenced the critics? Like, how do you feel? That must have been incredible.
I feel good to get that check. You know, fuck the critics, you know what I'm saying? Because regardless, look, it's like this. Leading into the tournament, they were Mo's the favorite. These guys are bums. Then once the tournament started, it's like Mo's gonna lose the second or third fight, and Mo ain't gonna win. Once I won, oh, these guys are bums. You know, good. So really, I don't care about the critics. There's like, you know, they're not really educated. I didn't even know these guys were tough. I just thought they were European, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna beat them because everyone was telling me how bad they were. But then when the tournament started, I started realizing, okay, these boys are good.
They were tough.
They're not a joke.
Yeah, they were no joke. The guy you fought actually both the guys you fought the second night, those guys were tough as hell. All 3 guys you fought.
And the first guy you fought looked like a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
He was gigantic. He was like 448 pounds.
Let me listen. That dude, like, let me tell you something. That boy's strong, and he's tough. I was beating him up on the ground, hitting him with hard shots, and he looked at me and was like, am I bleeding? And I'm like, this motherfucker's talking to me. I need to hit him harder, because how the fuck is he talking to me? This dude was talking to me. He's like, oh, I'm bleeding, right? Am I bleeding? And I'm like, this motherfucker's talking to me while I'm round and pounding that. Usually people stay quiet. You know what I'm saying? Just go to sleep. I was hitting him with everything, and he wouldn't go away.
Man, that's insane. King Mo, when you won the last fight, when you landed that huge right hand, 1-punch knockout punch, it almost looked like just for a quick split second you not got emotional, but just like it was like just a huge like you just were you emotionally and physically just drained from the travel to Japan, 3 fights in just 2 days? How were you feeling at that moment when you won? Was it 500 grand? Like, I mean, how do you feel? That's life-changing money.
Well, first, I was about eye hurt because when I hit him, he poked me in the eye. And then second, I was like, I'm ready to leave. I'm tired. Jet lag. People don't realize in Japan, once you wake up in Japan, you know, for the organizations, we head to the venue. We wake up and head to the venue at 8:30 in the morning. So we're there at the venue for like 12 hours. Sometimes 5-6 hours before you fight. So we're there all day. The only thing they can give you to eat is like a bento box with like little rice, some like room temperature sushi, some pickled vegetables, and just like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing. So you're sitting there just eating food you're not comfortable with, and you're on like a straw mat. You know, when you're warming up, you're falling on concrete, so you can't do it from the ground. It's just a different environment, man, and you know, it's just to get used to it, man, to adapt. And after I've won that, I was like, thank goodness I can leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. I need to go to bed.
Jeez.
King Mo just looking for sleep. I love it. Now you made some decent money on this fight. I have one. I mean, this is the most important question we can ask you right now. So, are you going to be sponsoring our show now? Is this going to be the Brutally Honest Show brought to you by King Mo? Is this in the works?
Oh man, I can't do that for you, man.
well, I do have to ask you this. And I'm gonna put you on the spot. I love you. We love you. You know that. But I have to say it. You called him out earlier, and my nominee, guys. I don't know who you're nominating, but my nominee for Dick Rider, the Dick Rider of the month, because that's your gig. My nominee, and this is gonna piss a lot of people off, but I think you should put Fedor Emelianenko as the Dick Rider of the month.
Why is that?
Because he's not answering your call out.
I think it should be because you fought 3 guys in 2 days, and he fought a guy who was a 1-0 fighter, a bum. That's why I think. And he's the one who was the star of the show.
Well, let me explain what happened, though. I'm going to explain, first of all, Fedor, he's not a social media guy. And second of all, from what I understand, Fedor didn't want to fight this guy. he was like, I want to fight somebody better. Ryan said, find me someone better. So Ryan said, that's why, you know, they were trying to find somebody. That's why I got quiet. They were searching for somebody, and everybody priced themselves out. People were like, I want $5 million to fight Fedor. I want $4 million. I want 10.
Ray Sefo was one. Yeah. Ray Sefo actually turned the fight down.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, no, I want. They didn't turn the fight. They priced themselves out. So then they're like, okay, well, Fedor, we found somebody, and Fedor's like, found somebody win. A week before, he's like, who? He's like, man, you know what? I trained for a kickboxer. This guy's the same level. I'm just gonna keep sticking with who I got. Next time, y'all, before you announce anything, find me someone better. Cause I could tell Fedor, when I saw him, he was leaner. You know, so like smile a little more, but he's still quiet. You know, he looked like he was ready to fight, but I think they messed up in Japan because they tried to find somebody cheap. Because I'm pretty sure they got the guy in the finals cheap because he lives in Japan, and he's a kickboxer. So they probably got him for cheap, thinking that he'd do something. And you know, once they heard the outcry of once they heard what the public was saying about the fight, they scrapped it. It was like, you know, we're gonna find somebody else. And they went. They asked Wayne Couture. They asked Sefo. They asked everybody. And Wayne Couture probably just to the point where he just wasn't, you know, his body wasn't ready. And Sefo probably wanted more money, and everybody probably wanted more money, and you know, and just in the long run, it just didn't work out. I'm ready. I'm down to fight Fedor. You know, I want to fight him. People are telling me, no, he's washed up, or no, you get killed. Well, let's see. You know what I'm saying? I'm really 185. Right now, as you speak right now, I'm 209 with my clothes on, with my shorts, my socks, and my shirt on. I don't get that heavy. You know what I'm saying? I have to work to get heavy. So
what do you think? I mean, because I know in 2 nights you probably lost a lot of weight in those fights. What do you think the weight differential was at the start of the tournament towards the end? Because you're going into a heavyweight tournament with a disadvantage as a light heavyweight as it is. After the end of the tournament, you must have been close to 205.
Well, I think we're all in between light heavyweight and heavyweight, because but those guys are bigger than me, because I weighed in at 2 with my 8x8 drag. I was eating. I went to Wayne eating candy. You know, I ate breakfast. I was eating whatever I want. So the scale was 213 and 3/4. You know what I'm saying? And that was okay. It's normal, because for what I weighed with Chuck Congo, I weighed with my shoes, my sweatpants, and my fight shorts. I think I weighed like 217. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's what I'm the same weight. My walk around weight. But these guys, I think as a fight as the term went on or days went on, I lost weight because I couldn't eat what I normally eat there. You know what I'm saying? I was eating like rice and anchovies and miso soup and a little sushi here and there. So I couldn't like really bulk up. So I was just like eating I was eating, just snacking and stuff like that. And some of them guys, like you see the finals, Jerry, the guy that fought in the finals, weighed in less than me the first day, but come time for the finals, he dwarfed me.
Yeah, he was huge. Big. Yeah, he was huge.
Yeah, same with the guy in the first round. That guy was gigantic too.
King Mo, you're got to be the busiest guy in MMA. You were in Japan doing 3 fights. Then just a couple days later, I just was rewatching the other night the Robbie Lawler Condit title fight. You were cornering Robbie Lawler for the title fight this weekend. How did you see the fight? What did you think of it?
I thought it was you know what? It was a great fight for the fans. I hated the fight. Robbie's a soldier, but I don't like him fighting like that because I don't like seeing my boys get hit. Robbie can make the fight so much easier, but at the same time, Winklejohn and his camp, man, Winklejohn, that motherfucker, man, he's something else. Like I would say, man, him and Jackson got something. You know, I think the coach of the year should have done Cadero, but those two right there have good game plans. They threw us all off of what we trained for. They came out with something a little different. I thought Robbie won rounds 2, 3, and 5 off of like power punching and effective aggression. But at the same time, man, the 4th round Carlos Condit had his way in the 4th round, and I was like, I was kind of just nervous anyway. So I didn't know what the judges were thinking. I didn't know what the judges were thinking. So I was like, I thought we won, but at the same time, the judges were so all over the board that night. I was kind of nervous.
Yeah, it was like watching a hammer fight a surgeon, a scalpel and a hammer fighting each other at the same time. It was just an amazing fight.
What did you think about Bob Sapp at Rizin? Was it pretty cool to see him finally get a victory?
Oh, yeah, because the funny thing is I saw him in the back and I was like, Bob. just those straight punches. And then when he covers up, you know what I'm saying, like touch his body. And that dude went out there and throwing jabs. I'm like, damn, Bob got it. And he went out there and won.
I
But
knew
Bob,
he was going to win that fight. Did that guy just have a huge cyst on his head or something that popped?
Yeah, something like that. No, he got split to the bone.
Oh, wow.
He got cut to the bone, yeah.
Oh,
But the
gross.
crazy thing is, y'all see Bob. Bob was cool, but man, like you could see he was kind of nervous going out there. Like I saw him in the back, and you know, usually not going, he's laughing, cracking jokes. And Bob was cool, but back in the locker room, I could see he was kind of a little quieter than normal. And he seemed kind of, you know, more serious, but I could tell he had some nerves about him. You know.
Well, I'm glad he got the win, though. I called it. I knew he was due. He was due for a win. I just had a feeling.
He came in shape. He actually trained a little bit for it. He came in shape.
Nice. Yeah, he looked good. He looked good.
See what happens when you actually go to the gym and work?
Yeah. So overall, how was your experience in Japan? How did you think the organization was nice? Did they treat you well? Was it luxurious?
Yeah, it was cool, man. I've been in Japan like quite a few times, so they're the same. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little different because the MMA, you know, there's rumblings like MMA needs to come back. It's not the same, but pro wrestling is big. So usually when pro wrestling is big, MMA should be big too in Japan. And pro wrestling had a Wrestle Kingdom 10 2 days later, which is a big event. It's like a WrestleMania type of event in Japan. But Bryson had a good turnout. There was a lot of hype around it. I think what might have hurt this card is Ishii getting beat. Because, you know,
Yeah.
people kind of thought that Ishii would be fighting me in the finals or fighting somebody in the finals. And when Ishii lost, that took away like a Japanese fighter. Because, you know, Japanese support their own. So it would look better and the ratings would have been higher if Ishii had made the finals.
Yeah. Kron Gracie looked good, in my opinion. Kron Gracie was pretty fun to watch.
Actually, I think the star of the night.
That's what you fight.
The star of the night has to go to Gabby Garcia's striking. I mean, that was
Oh,
just
Lord. What did you think about Gabby
high-level
Gabby
black
Garcia?
belt.
You know what? My homegirl.
Dude, your homegirl looked good. She landed a huge left. Like, she had good boxing, actually, to be honest.
Well, listen, 2.5 months. 2.5 months of just MMA training, period.
She's half a
know,
Gabby's size.
She
too.
actually had a good boxing stance and her boxing actually it looked like she had been boxing for a while. I didn't think 2 months.
Yeah,
No, 2.5 months. The crazy thing is, she weighed at 201. I think Gabby missed weight. Gabby weighed at 217, 218.
I think 219.
But
Yeah.
come fight time, Gabby was big. Gabby's like, you know, I think that, you know, I don't know if she can make 205 because she's naturally big. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the thing about this is Gabby, I think there's that to her too, because when it's all said and done, Gabby's a smash my girl because she's the world champion and she's big and she's strong and she's technical on the ground.
I don't think she'd ever been rocked
but,
like that. I don't think she had ever been hit like that before.
No, she got chin checked.
Yeah.
That first punch was like, whoops.
Yeah, I thought it was. I was like, oh my god, it's over. That would have.
And I tell you this, it took some nuts and heart and guts to come back and fight because. Like, usually some people get locked and they stay down and cover up and just like, okay, ref, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like Gabby and Tapa were out there swinging. They were out there trying to fight. They were out there to knock each other out. And Gabby landed the back fist and on top of her fist to fight. But my girl Tapa was there to knock her out. She told her at the weigh-ins, I'm going to knock your ass out. And she tried. And,
Yeah, she was close.
And Gabby overcame some adversity because I think it's the first time Gabby's probably overcome adversity at that stage. You know what I'm saying? She probably had a way of walking through girls that. You know, so I give her props. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to fight in front of a big crowd with such big expectations. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. When she's a favorite, like with me when I fought Travis Yu, I went out there thinking, okay, I'm going to get paid. I'm going to whoop his ass. No one knows who I am. All the pressure's on him. He's 51-10. I'm making my put debut. I'm smaller than him. So I'm going to go out there and show out. Well, with Gabby, it's the opposite. Gabby's like the 10-time world champion, bigger, stronger, more experienced than the girl that's a pro wrestler. So all the pressure's on her. You know what I'm saying? So I think the nerves got to her in the long run.
King Mo, I know you already had 7 fights in the last 13 months, so you're pretty much the most active guy in MMA right now. Before we let you go, do you have any? I know it's kind of soon to ask since you just had 3 fights in the last week, but what's next for you?
Man, I'm hoping I can fight soon, like, you know, March, April, May, June, July. I'm going to try to get at least like 5 more fights this year if I can.
You should have replaced Josh Koscheck. You should replace Koscheck.
Constant, man. Constant fight. The thing is, I just like to get paid. You know what I'm saying? It's a job. I'm in a gym all the time. I was in the gym today and yesterday when I came back.
Well,
You know what I'm saying, from Vegas. So I'm always in the gym, man. So it's a job.
perfect segue. Let me ask you, because I am a former American Top Team member myself. How are the new digs, man? I know that the headquarters is moved. Tell us what the new gym looks like. How is it?
Man, that thing is big. It's like they're still adding stuff to it. Like the weight room. It's hard to explain because when I go in there, I'm not used to it being so big. Because like we have like 3 matted areas, a big cage, bags, a weight room. We have turf. We have dorms upstairs. We have like
Oh, wow.
rooms, workout rooms, like 3 workout rooms. You know, sauna, cold plunge, hot tub. It's crazy, man. Like they did it big. Like you stay at the art.
That's incredible.
And before I let you go, let me just ask you one other thing. I know American Top Team had a tragic loss this past week with the sudden passing of Howard Davis. Maybe you can just talk on that and talk about what Howard Davis meant to the American Top Team family.
Man, Howard Davis, Olympic champion. Anytime there's an Olympic champion around, they can share a wealth of knowledge with you. And my conversation with Howard Davis, he told me about how the amateurs. He told me like little tricks of trade with in the boxing. I picked his brain out like everything, man. He was a very positive person, down to earth. Everybody got along with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I left, he was okay. I took a diet. He was doing good. And then 2 days later, a day and a half later, he was made a turn for the worse. It's sad that it's sad to see him go, man. All we can do is keep moving forward and wish Dia Davis the best and help him and support him because we missed. We lost a big member of the family. And he was very instrumental in the development of American Top Team, especially the striking, because he was the first big time boxing coach we had after Panama Lewis. And Panama Lewis was really not really part of the team, but Howard was part of the team, and he helped develop the hands that you see right now in American Top Team.
That was incredible. 3 wins in the course of 2 nights. King Mo, the champion, Heavyweight Open Grand Prix. King Mo, thanks again for your time. Congrats.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
All right, King Mo.
That guy is awesome, dude.